Hi everyone, this is Natasha, and I decided to go and do a little pruning in the garden. I saw that the basil was getting a little leggy and it was starting to produce those little flower tips, so I trimmed it back, about a third of each of the plants, and then I was left with some leaves, so I thought what a perfect opportunity to make some some pesto. So I have basic ingredients and then a little change up. So I have basil leaves. It's about a quarter cup, maybe half a cup. 3 cloves of garlic. I like it garlicky. Salt and black pepper, freshly ground black pepper. 3 tablespoons of Reggiano Parmigiano, and I have hazelnuts instead of pine nuts, as well as olive oil. So the hazelnuts is just, I happen to have them on hand. You can use sunflower seeds, you can use whatever favorite you have. You can use pistachios, and instead of basil you can use parsley and cilantro. I personally do not like cilantro. You could switch it up with some tarragon. So there's all sorts of different ways and nuances that you can add that are pleasant to your palate, your particular palate, and you know what you like and what you don't like. I would never make it out of cilantro because I personally don't like it, but I like the basil, and I thought, since I'm having a meal, I'm making a meal just for myself tonight. My husband does not appreciate basil pesto as much as I do, so I thought I'll make some pesto pasta, but earlier in the day I'm just going to make the pesto, so I'm going to show it to you in my NutriBullet. So I've grabbed the smallest container, and the fill line is just enough for the volume of items that I have. So let me show you in which order I add them, and then we'll get buzzing, and it's going to be easy peasy. No lemon, but lemon squeezy. Okay, you have to think of this as in reverse, because the way the bullet works is you put the content in the container and then the blade, and then it gets flipped upside down to put on the part that has the motor. So I want the liquid to be on the very top, so it has to go in the bottom. So I'm going to put in the olive oil and then basil in next. So I have the basil in, now the garlic, 3 cloves. Now the hazelnuts. Now I'm not going to add all of these because that would be a little too prevalent. So let's see. It's not a big batch, so about this many. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 toasted hazelnuts. Next is the salt and cracked black pepper. Don't forget the fresh squeezed lemon juice. It's probably about 2.5, 3 tablespoons. I like it lemony and garlicky. And last but not least is the cheese. And I like mine cheesier, so you can definitely control that as you need it. So I'm going to pulse it off camera because it's so loud, and I will show you what it looks like and if I need to add any additional olive oil once I pulse it through. Screw on the lid. Lid's on. And there it is. I did add a little bit of olive oil, and because I'm going to be storing this in the refrigerator, I'm going to let it settle, and you'll see that it starts to separate ever so slightly. I'm going to put a tiny little coating of olive oil right on top. That will prevent the greens from discoloring. It smells so fragrant and garlicky and cheesy. And let me taste a little bit. I'm going to stick my finger in here. That's really good. Really, really fresh. And as you can see, it's just enough for probably just the one portion of pasta that I'm going to have. As a matter of fact, I do have a storage lid that I was going to use, but I'm going to go ahead and put this back on in case I need to repulse it when I take it out of the refrigerator later on. And if you want to see what my pasta looks like, you'll have to stop by my daily vlog, which will be posted tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I'll show you what the pasta looks like, and I'll probably pick some of the little compact basil leaves as decorations for the top of my pasta. So there you go, easy peasy basil and hazelnut pesto. Feel free to substitute it with whatever your favorite greens and nuts are. Experiment. It's always great to find new flavors. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And I will see you next time. I hope you're enjoying the fruits from your garden and vegetables and herbs. See you next time.